Pivot is a technology that makes it really, really easy to explore massive amounts of information in a very visual and interactive way.
Pivot uses Deep Zoom to create this amazing experience that allows you to browse through vast collections of data and have the ability to find patterns in a very organic way, allows you to zoom in, zoom out, quickly change the facets of the metadata that you're interested in, filter out sets and bring them back in, and deal with all these thousands of individual items.
You can build a full application experience that takes advantage of the Pivot functionality. Or you can embed just a frame of a Pivot control into an existing website with one easy to customize control that get all the technology required to consume and interact with Pivot collections, and they get access to the full power of Silverlight for customizing those experiences.
So the concept of a collection is really just a set of related items. So for example, I might have a collection of cars and trucks and SUVs. If you're an auto manufacturer and you're creating a collection, one of the things that you can do is put things like miles per gallon. You can put the type of the car. You can put your brand prominently in that item.
In the traditional world of web pages, where if I want to show a high-resolution image, but I want to show thousands of them, you're kind of stuck with the old way of doing it where I have next and previous. But I can never actually see all of them at once or understand, is there a pattern to the information? A good example of this is in the Sports Illustrated collection. When I'm able to view all of those magazine covers at once, it really pops out. Things like football is the most referenced sport. But I never would have known that by looking at individual pages one at a time. In some collections, the value is really in exploring and finding out something you didn't know before. In other collections, you want to find out a very specific set of information, or you want to see, if I look at something in aggregate, are there insights that pop out that I haven't seen before? And that really is one of Pivot's strengths. You're able to tease out insights that would probably not be seen otherwise.
Pivot is really about following your curiosity. It's sort of an undirected search. It's really about swimming through content. There's also another scenario, and that is you have a specific task in mind, you know what you want to find, and it's about finding a few items, comparing them, making a choice, and then acting on that choice.
When I'm moving through a large collection of data, it's much more interesting for me if that data is visual.
And it just makes it so much more of a pleasure to deal with this data and to find what you're looking for than the alternatives that we have nowadays.
Pivot really can drive my business in unique ways, give me business intelligence, enable me to see trends, interact with my customers in new and unique ways. And when you pull all those things together, think about the impact to developers, to designers, to business decision makers and businesses. Pivot, working with Silverlight, really has the potential to change the way people think about software in the future.